Let's begin in a comfortable seat. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale it out through your mouth. Breathe in again through your nose and exhale it out. And let's take a moment here to bring our hands in prayer at the center of our chest and set an intention for this practice. Something you want to carry on throughout your day, your week, your life. And then let your hands come back down to your knees. And let's begin with a neck stretch. So dropping your head over to the right side, pulling the left shoulder down, reaching long through the top of your head. Then inhale. Bring your head back to center and exhale to tilt your head over to the left side. Pulling down on that right shoulder to create length. And then inhale and bring your head back to center. Take a nice deep breath in here. And then exhale, twist to the right, bringing your left hand to your right knee, placing your right hand behind you. Keeping that spine nice and long, reaching through the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Inhale back to center, and exhale, twist to the left. Right hand comes to left knee. Spine is nice and long. And then inhale and come back to center. Let's begin to stretch the arms. So bringing your right arm across your body and hooking your left arm around it. Making sure to keep the shoulder in its socket, not pulling it out. And pressing your arm back into your chest. Exhale and release that. Then for the other side, crossing your left arm across your body and hooking your right arm around it. Being sure to keep your left shoulder in its socket. And then exhale and release it. Now find eagle arms. Bringing your right arm under your left, twisting the forearms around each other and hands come to meet. Pulling the arms away from the body. Keeping the arms perpendicular to the ground. And if this is too much, simply grabbing your shoulders is a way to modify this. And exhale, release. Other side, bring the left arm under the right, curling the arms around each other, bringing the bottom of the arms perpendicular to the ground, and pulling the arms away from the body. Again, always having the option to hold on to your opposite shoulders as a way to modify. And then exhale, release the arms down. Breathe in, and then exhale into tabletop position. Let's take a few rounds of cat-cow here. So on an inhale, drop the belly, reach the chest and head up, and exhale, round the spine, drop the head. Inhale, arch the back, lift the head, and exhale, round the spine, drop the head. Keep moving like this at your own breath. And then after your next exhale, find a neutral spine. Take a breath in here, and then exhale your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Take a few moments here to pedal out the feet. Waking up the calves and the shoulders. Pinching those shoulder blades together. Finding length along the side body. On your next inhale, bring the right leg up and back, and then exhale, step it forward between your hands, low lunge. Inhale up into high lunge, reaching long through the fingertips, finding a nice deep bend in that front knee, but lifting up through that back leg and through the hips. Keep reaching up tall, finding length through that side body. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands down to frame the front leg. Breathe in here, and then exhale, step back into downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and back, and exhale, step it forward between your hands, low lunge. Inhale up into high lunge, reaching those arms long, reaching through the fingertips, but keeping a bend in the front knee, straightening that back leg, finding lift through that back heel. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands down to frame the front foot. Breathe in here, and then exhale, step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale and look towards the top of your mat, and exhale, make your way to the front, forward fold. Let's hang out here for a few breaths, letting your knees bend as generously as you'd like. And then on your next inhale, roll yourself all the way up to stand, meeting me in Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale and sink your hips back into chair pose, lifting your arms up over your head. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, finding length in that spine. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step back to plank. And exhale, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. And exhale, step it forward, low lunge. Inhale up into warrior one, dropping that back heel down. Taking a moment here to really find length through those fingertips, keeping that bend in the front knee. Finding lift through the hips. Nice. And then exhale and cartwheel the hands down to frame your front foot. Inhale, step back to plank. And exhale, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and back. And exhale, step it forward between your hands, low lunge. Inhale up into warrior one, reaching those arms tall. The back heel comes down. Again, taking a moment here, keeping that deep bend in your front knee, lifting up through the hips at the same time and reaching all the way through the fingertips. Exhale and cartwheel your hands back down to the ground. Inhale, step back to plank. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale and look towards the top of your mat. And exhale, make your way to the front, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sink the hips back, coming up into chair pose, finding strength through those quads here and the abs. And then exhale, come and stand in Tadasana. Take a nice deep breath in here. And let it all out. Inhale, into chair pose, sinking those hips back, reaching long through the fingertips. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, spine is long, looking down. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step back to plank, hands directly under your shoulders. And then exhale through your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, opening that chest. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. And exhale, step it forward between your hands, low lunge. Inhale up into warrior one, dropping that back heel, lifting up tall. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands down to frame the front foot. Inhale, step back to plank. And exhale, take your vinyasa. Inhale the left leg up and back. And exhale, step it forward between your hands, low lunge. Inhale up into warrior one. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands down, low lunge. Inhale, step back to plank. And exhale, move through your vinyasa. Inhale, look towards the top of your mat. And exhale, step or hop your way to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale into chair pose, sinking the hips back, reaching long through the arms. And then exhale, come to stand straight with your arms by your sides, Tadasana. Inhale, sink the hips back into chair pose, lighting up the quads, tightening the core. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back to plank. And exhale, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. And exhale, step it forward between your hands, low lunge. Keep finding lifts through the hips in this low lunge. Inhale up into warrior one, reaching tall. And exhale, cartwheel your hands back down. Inhale, step back to plank. And exhale, take your vinyasa. Inhale the left leg up and back. And exhale, step it forward between your hands, low lunge. Inhale up into warrior one, keeping it nice and strong. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands down, low lunge. Inhale, step back to plank. And exhale, take your vinyasa, meeting me in downward facing dog. Inhale, look towards the top of your mat. And exhale, step or hop to the front. Inhale, halfway lift, finding length through that spine. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale into chair pose, sinking those hips back, reaching the arms tall. And then exhale, come to stand in Tadasana, hands by your side. Breathe. From here, we'll come into eagle pose. So shift your weight into your left foot, lift up your right leg, and cross that leg over the left, wrapping the foot around the shin. Keeping it as deep a bend in that left leg as possible. And then you'll sweep your right arm underneath your left, wrapping your arms around each other, just like we did at the beginning of class, and pulling your arms away from you. See if you can sink any bit deeper. And if you fall out of the pose, just come right back in it. Inhale and come to stand, and exhale, unravel all of the body parts. Other side, shifting the weight into the right foot, cross the left leg over the right, wrapping the leg around the shin. Bending deeply through that right knee. And then bringing your left arm underneath your right, wrapping the arms around each other, pulling those shoulders away. Finding as much stability as you can here and seeing if you can sink any deeper. Inhale, come to straighten, and exhale, unravel all the body parts. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, reaching long, and then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step back to plank. And exhale, take your vinyasa. And on your next exhale in downward dog, come and find a child's pose. Dropping the knees down to the ground, reaching the arms long overhead. The knees can be as close together or as far apart as you'd like. Breathe in, and then exhale and push yourself back up into downward facing dog. From here, inhale your right leg up and back, and exhale into pigeon pose. Right knee coming to right wrist. Straighten up long through the spine here, and then bend the back leg, the left leg. Reach back with your left arm to grab the foot and give yourself a nice quad stretch. Exhale and release that. Once again, inhale, finding length through the spine. And then exhale and fold over the front leg. Taking nice deep breaths here as you relax into the pose. And then inhale and walk yourself back up. And then exhale and push yourself into downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and back. And exhale it forward into pigeon pose. Again, finding length through the spine here. And then bending your right leg and reaching back with your right arm to grab the foot. Pulling the foot with your hand and kicking back into it with your foot to find a nice quad stretch. Let the leg go, then inhale, finding length in the spine, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale and walk your hands back up. And then exhale into downward facing dog. Next, we'll find puppy pose. So drop your knees back down to the ground, but keep your hips lifted up in the air. You can rest your chin or your forehead on the ground. You should be squeezing your shoulder blades together. And then inhale and let go of this pose. And then come and find a comfortable seat. Press the soles of your feet together for butterfly. Inhale, straightening your spine. And then exhale, fold forward. Let your head relax. Seeing if with every exhale you can find a little bit deeper position. Inhale back to straight. And then exhale, lie down on your back. Bend your knees and bring your feet to the outside of your mat. We'll take some windshield wipers here. So dropping your knees to the left and then to the right. Moving on your breath here. After your next exhale, come back into center. Inhale your knees into your chest, and then exhale, drop them to the right for a supine twist. Extending your left arm out long, looking over your left fingertips, and keeping both shoulders on the ground. Inhale your knees back to the center, and then exhale, drop them to the left side. Reaching your right arm out long, gaze over your right fingertips. And then inhale your knees back to center. Give them a nice big hug, clenching every muscle in your whole body. And then exhale, relax everything back down to the mat. Find a comfortable pose for Shavasana. Spreading your legs and arms as wide as you want. Feel free to take up all of the space. Snuggle your shoulder blades underneath you. Making whatever adjustments you need to be comfortable here. Maybe that's putting your socks back on or grabbing a sweatshirt. Taking the time to do so and letting yourself relax completely. Starting with your head, letting your jaw unclench and your tongue release from the roof of your mouth. Letting your shoulders relax. Let go of any tension you're holding in your stomach. Letting the knees fall to the sides. And uncurl your toes. Coming to find stillness for the next few minutes. Begin to deepen your breathing, becoming aware of the room, bringing gentle movements into your fingers and toes. Maybe taking a nice big full body stretch. And then coming to lay on one side. Make your way into a seated position, taking your time, keeping your eyes closed. And when you get here, bring your hands in prayer at the center of your chest. Repeat the intention that you said at the beginning of practice. And take that intention with you through the rest of your day. Thank you for joining me in practice. Namaste.